Hello everyone, Ruben here from the relationshipnonguru.com, here with a video talking about friendships and why they should be sustainable, and listening to these people that say, oh, those quotes that you see of those people like, oh, like friends always stab you in the back and blah 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 and all this. That's pretty much when I see those statuses, those Instagrams, I cringe because I'm like, oh, you don't know, that might just be you, and your friends just don't like you. Um, no offense to anyone if you're my friend and you have posted stuff like that. You just got to be a little real with yourself. Sorry, but just finished reading this bad boy here, The Relationship Cure by John M. Gottman, and he spoke about friendships a lot towards the end. He brought that up, and he gives you like a apply what you've learned to build and maintain your friendships and keep them at a high level. I like these things, like things to do with your friends. He talks about looking for connections, like so. He talks about basically emotional bidding. That's what the whole book is about. It's like we're always bidding, as it's like I think of it as a ping pong match. So every time a good bid is made, you hit the ball. But when you miss the bid, you miss the ball, and that person, you don't have that connection, you don't have that connect, that momentum together, the energy is all flowing together in like in sync. There you go. So there's like things to do for your friend. So he tells you like, make sure you always say thank you, make sure you always never, you don't have to be jealous for them unless it's like a good jealousy, like, oh dude, you doing that makes me just want to do, like, pick up the slack and like work harder on what I'm doing. um and things like, go out when they invite you, try not to say no too much, always tell them like why, even give them a call, like just things that we don't do. Like when someone invites us, be like, oh, I'm busy tonight, oh, I'll just let you know. I hate when I hear, oh, I'll let you know that day. It's usually a no anyway. I see that as an immediate no. So I just like, my last few birthdays have probably been small because not a lot of people go, because I'm like, I've become much more assertive. So it's good to be assertive. So excuse me, you kind of know who your true friends are when you're being assertive, and you want to build a tribe. So your tribe is like the most important people, the people that are pushing you forward, not dragging you back or dragging you down, or holding you there, like saying like, hey, you can't move forward because we're friends, and I don't know, I'm scared of moving forward. And it's like, nah, bro, I'm trying to do things with my life. So, in here he teaches you great things you can do with like crazy list. Like look at that. Like offer compliments, accept apologies, ask your friends about their stories, and listen. Listening is a big, big, big proponent of this book. Like he always says, like talk less if you can. Like pretty much, you want to listen. People love talking about themselves. If you read How to Win Friends and Influence People, I highly recommend it. It's great to building relationships from scratch, and sustaining and being that person that people like and want to be around. Because a lot of us, I mean, in this day and age with the computers and everything, there's more introverts than ever. Introversion is not bad, but I read this book, How to Sell is Human, where he talks about selling in general, not only selling like, hey, I'm selling you this phone. Instead, it's about selling yourself. And in there, he talks about there's no such thing as an introvert, there's no such thing as an extrovert. We are both, and you can be both. You mostly grew up as an introvert, but you can also activate your extrovert. And yes, that takes time. You're going to be uncomfortable a lot. But if you want to meet new friends and be around awesome people, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to do things. You have to be in a constant state of growth, especially if you want to be around successful people. Not all successful people. Some of them just get lucky. But he talks about that. He talks about where, like, our emotional heritage, so how we grew up, like what kind of household we have, that equates to the kind of emotion we show. Like maybe we're the type to like back off. We kind of like avoidant style. Maybe we're too lovable. Some people can't handle that. I'm not gonna lie, I get like that sometimes, and I'm a very loving person. I express it easily. I know how to receive it easily. So, he talks about that. He even gives you exercises so you can check. He even tells you to like record it. Like he goes really into in depth. Not giving like really a review, but from what I got from this, sharpening your skills on it. It's just a great little piece. And even if you're in the bookstore in the next few days, I would say just pick up the copy and literally just read the end. Like literally, because I bought the book, I read the whole thing, but literally everything you need to know is chapter 8. Apply what you've learned. Literally, he breaks it down for marriages, so that can also be your significant other. Like if you have kids, like how to be with your children, like how to connect with them emotionally, so they, when they get into teenage age, they might start being very defensive and rebellious and stuff. So it's like really good for parents and to know how to connect. Um, Friendships, like all this, and it's great. Like even have rituals. I like that a lot about rituals because my mentor talks about rituals a lot. So it's like creating one day out of the week where you might just have all your friends come over, watch a football game, baseball game, have a video game night, and if you're like other people, you eat the wing, you order a bunch of pies, Domino's pizza, you have wings and beers, and you just fucking enjoy the night. um, you can do that, or you can have a weekly night where you just all go to the same restaurant and just enjoy a meal, talk over the week together and stuff. Because nowadays, with technology and having the phones, we kind of grew away from that deep connection. The deepest connection you have is when you're face to face with somebody, and you have the touch. You can see their body language. Body language is really important. He talks about a whole chapter about that in this book. Um, you want to build that. So I would say you make those weekly ritual connections with the people you want. I have to say I actually have to do this, and I love that reading this. It kind of reaffirms it, and even me making this video reaffirms like what I do, the friends I want to be around, like um and talk about things with. I'm in a business mindset. I love talking to. I talk to about some of my friends almost every day, and it's great. Have a few laughs. It's good to get me through the day if I'm having a really tough day. Um, yeah, and I recommend it a lot. Start building your tribe. I'm still building my tribe. My tribe is not where I want it to be, but I know through effort and through doing things like this and through the constant growth, through me going to these seminars that I go to, through travel. I love meeting people on the road. I went to Mexico, met some amazing people out there. Um, and just people with a similar mindset. That's the main goal. People with a similar mindset, and don't you're gonna probably hang out with that. You're gonna have friends where you just do certain things with. Like maybe you have friends where you just party with. Those are you just keep them in the party section. As your tribe of 100, they're probably out in the outer circle, not in the inner circle, because you just party with them. You have fun, you do that, and then you just come home. You probably don't speak to them until another party comes up. Then you have your friends where you like to have deep intellectual conversations with. Those are usually in a closer circle. So those are the ones that you speak with very like frequently on a daily basis. You both on the kind of the same mind space and you're in the same like energy. And if you believe in that new age stuff, but um, there's a lot more where this came from. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm already hitting 9 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here and make another one next week on friendship. So look forward to talking to you next week. And as always, stay awesome.